Hey guys, how are you? I'm back. I know it's been a while. So today's topic is my labor and delivery story. And it's pretty extensive, so if you're not really into this whole thing, just go ahead and X out. And if you want, catch me on my other channel. It's Brilynliv, and that's more for like beauty stuff, as well as fashion, etc. So anyways, I actually had my baby, Grayson Robert Rue, on May 11th, 2012, and so pretty much I had started to go into labor, I'd say 3 days before the actual day I gave birth. And first day was bearable, second day it was getting a little tough, third day was insane. I was going to say insanity. Well, it was that too, but it was just, oh my gosh, I thought I was going to die, honestly. So that was that, and then I actually ended up calling my boyfriend and I was like, I know you're at work and I'm so sorry, but you know what, you're gonna have to come home because I just cannot stand this anymore. That night I actually ended up going into labor and woke up. I saw the doctor. I didn't sleep, and I actually had that overnight nurse was horrible. She was so mean, so rude. Just every question that I asked her, she just had an issue with. So that was a little annoying. But then I saw my doctor in the morning, and he was ecstatic. He had said that I went into labor and I was 2 centimeters dilated and about 70% thinned out. So everything was going smoothly, and that by the end of the day, at around 6 or 7, I would have the baby. And that was just crazy to me. So yeah, after that, after I saw the doctor, I was literally like begging for an epidural, and it was funny because I had the chance to get the epidural that night or the night before, but I was so against it. I was like, absolutely not, blah blah blah. So yeah, I went back on that. I was in so much pain, honestly, that I was just like, give me the frickin' epidural. Like, the sooner the better. So actually, I'd say about a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes later, the anesthesiologist, who was amazing, by the way, I didn't even feel it go in or anything like that. I literally didn't feel anything. I didn't feel it go in. I didn't feel them take it out. Nothing. It was crazy because I saw the needle and it's huge. Or it's like really long, but yeah, didn't feel anything. So he did a good job. He's a really good anesthesiologist. And what else? Yeah, I wish it was like, you know, like a crazier story, but it really isn't. After I got the epidural, I was pretty much cruising. I didn't feel any of the, what's it called, the contractions. Up until they broke my water, and honestly I can't remember what time they broke my water, but after they broke my water, I'd say a good 10 minutes after, I was like, holy effing hell. It hurt so badly. But the weird thing is, because I had the epidural, I didn't feel actual pain. I felt a lot of pressure, and I definitely did feel the contractions. Not so much, but I definitely did feel them. And pretty much it was just one thing after another, after another, after another. And the crazy thing about it, it happened so quickly. Like from the moment that they broke my water to the moment I had the baby, it was probably about an hour, and it took 35 minutes to actually push the baby out. Unfortunately, I did get a episiotomy, so honestly, I didn't feel it, so it didn't really hurt or anything like that. Don't like this, like I said, X out right now. He ripped me open, and what I felt was a hand go in and pull the baby out, which is honestly, I cannot explain it any other better way, because that's literally what it felt like, and it was the most painful, excruciating thing I think any woman could ever go through, and I don't think anybody in this world could ever understand unless you've been through it. Unless it's happened to you and you know exactly what I'm talking about, you know the pain. So yeah, that was gnarly, for lack of a better word. So that was that. They pulled out the baby, they cleaned him up, and honestly, the most precious moment. Oh, I forgot to mention, literally, like, I don't know, however long before I gave birth, I just started bawling. I don't know what it was. It literally came out of nowhere. I think I was having a conversation with my aunt. Next thing you know, I'm like, just give me a second, just give me a second, and I like turned my head because I hate having people like see me cry. I'm so weird about that. I really, really don't like that. So I like turned my head and I was just, I mean, it was a waterfall. I was like, "Ooh," I was going crazy because I was just so happy about everything, and I was scared and whatnot. And then after I saw him, I was just ecstatic. Words can't even describe the way that I felt at that moment. It was just all happening so quickly that honestly I can't really explain it. But yeah, so I saw him. He was like to my left in the little crate or whatever. And they were doing tests on him and cleaning him up and whatnot. And the most precious moment that I will never forget is, and he's not really a crier per se, and I hope that I'm not jinxing myself, knock on wood, but at most when he cries, it's like, it's kind of hard to explain. It's not a shrieking cry. It's just like a, okay, he's crying, that's annoying, but it's not like, oh my god, what's going on, you know, because I've heard cries like that, like shrieking cries. He's not like that. He was crying in the little crate, and, excuse me, and he was just like looking around, didn't know what was going on, he was probably cold, and I like look over to him, and he literally stops crying, looks at me, or just like looks over in my direction because I was talking to him, and he stopped crying. It was so crazy, and I started crying after that because I was like, oh my god, he knows who I am, and blah blah blah. So that was insanely beautiful. I mean, that was just crazy. So yeah, that was that, and then what happened after that? So then they cleaned him up and they put him on my chest. I started to breastfeed, and everything was just so easy, and it was so smooth, and it was beautiful, honestly. And yeah, that was pretty much it. After that, after we had our one-on-one time, they brought him to the nursery, I think, so that I can rest and I can recover for a couple of hours. But I told them just to, like, for the most part, I wanted him in my room, and he did stay in my room for the most part. But I did, you know, have like a couple, maybe like an hour of just chill time. And my family came, my friends came. It was just amazing. It was overall an amazing experience. That's it, guys. I will see you in my next video.